It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus is coming round. The Christmas snow is white on the ground. Santa's, he'll be coming down the chimney down. What a concert, man! It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus has got a toy for every good girl and good little boy. Santa's a great big bundle of joy when he's coming down the chimney down. When he's coming down the chimney down, he'll have a big fat pack upon his back and lots of goodies for you and for me. So leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on a Christmas tree. It's the holiday season,
the holiday season.
So hoop-de-doo and dickory-dock, and don't forget to hang up your sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock he'll be coming down the chimney down.
He'll be coming down the chimney down.
He'll have a big fat pack upon his back and lots of goodies for you and for me. So leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on a Christmas tree. It's the holiday season,
the holiday season.
so hoop-de-doo and dickory-dock, and don't forget to hang up your sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock he'll be coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney down.
Happy holiday.
Happy holiday, happy holiday, merry bells keep ringing, happy holidays to you. Happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holidays.
Welcome to Plaid Tidings, a Christmas concert, you guys! 2020, this is our 7th year gathering for doing Plaid Tidings in our community. With our talented family and friends, I'm Rachel Moore, and this is Lyric Moore of Moore Performing Arts Incorporated. A few years ago, Moore Performing Arts launched a new theater performance group called Porch Plaid Productions, performing an original musical called My Cinderella. The idea for Porch Plaid Productions came to us after our daughter Lyric wrote a small play called The Last Apple that we staged on our front porch in 2013. So a lot of you guys were there in our front lawn, and we had chairs on the front lawn. It was really fun. So yes, she was only 4 years old then. She wrote her first play. So you can find us on Facebook, Porch Plaid Productions.
Tonight's concert features Porch players Larry, Rachel, and Lyric Moore, Martile, Blackman, Kendall, Oneheiser, Michelle and Tristen, Cathey, Amanda and Eva Bates, LaTasia, Sherrill, Abby Smith, and some special guest performers, Duane and Amanda Mercer, Emma Goodrich, SunTzu and Misu Alayande, Ronald, Cathey, Paolo, Pineda, and Virginia Roebuck.
So first up, some friends of ours from Highlands Lakeside Theater, Duane and Amanda, singing You Make It Feel Like Christmas. Check out the website, highlandslakesidetheater.org, to see the current season. Also, there will be auditions for Matilda the first week of March. You Make It Feel Like Christmas.
Face
embarrass you calling that. It's important to more performing arts to position ourselves in our community as a responsible proponent of change. One of the ways we can do this is by partnering with prevention organizations that are educating and making a difference. I'd like to introduce a community advocate and personal friend of mine, Aisha Alayande, the Executive Director of Heartland Core Wellness, to share with us a holiday mental health spotlight.
There's no spotlight. So, hello. Thank you all for gathering again for this wonderful celebration of just being with friends and family, because this is what's important. So many of us have had 8 years within a year this year. And as Rachel just shared, with Heartland Core Wellness, formerly Drug-Free Highlands, we've grown and we've learned so much more about mental health and trauma and how that impacts us as individuals, how it impacts us as a collective. And so tonight what's so important is to look around and look at people and let them know that it's okay not to be okay, which we do have signs over there if you want to take those home. But seriously letting your friends and family know that it's okay not to be okay. And when you ask someone how they're doing, be prepared for the response. Be prepared to listen. Be prepared to give an air hug, or if you're comfortable or with your quarantine family and friends, be prepared to give that hug, because there's so many people that are experiencing something that they've never experienced before. We have elderly, we have young ones who are away at college, we have elderly living in adult care facilities that have not seen friends and family for months, and may not for another few months or 6 months or however long we stay in this pandemic. So if you want to write postcards, if you have Zoom or do Facebook Live or do FaceTime, any of the different platforms that you can use to communicate with loved ones, please do that. Put it in your calendar, make it a note to connect. I'm not wearing my mask because I'm up here. But we have a Far From Alone campaign because we feel that connection is so important. That is a value that my friends and family hold very dearly. And we make sure that we connect with each other. We have in the bags that were passed out and a lot of other material at the office, we have in there things that you can use to help you have important conversations with your loved ones. Asking simple questions that can help you determine where they are mentally. Because just asking someone, are you okay? Sometimes you may get a response that's just like, yeah, I'm fine. But sometimes we know that saying I'm fine does not mean that I'm fine. So men, it's okay to cry. It's actually very masculine. So if you need to cry, cry, because this is different. Seeing people break down, seeing parents break down because they've lost a job or they've lost a loved one, it's okay to cry, right? It's okay to be vulnerable in this space, because any environment that we're in as friends and family, any space that we create is a safe space. So anything that Heartland Core Wellness does, anything that More Performing Arts does, it comes from our core, and that our core is made of love, it's made with compassion, it is made with listening ears, warm hearts, and that is why we are all here gathered today, because you know what they're about, you know what Heartland Core Wellness is about. So again, make sure you do your checkup from the neck up, and if you're not okay, we have resources for you. We are here to listen, we're here to hug, we're here to make sure that you have what you need when you need it. So thank you so much for being here. Again, anything, we have signs and things that if you want to take home and let people know that it's okay not to be okay, it's there. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of the show.
Our next performer is Michelle Cathey singing Hard Candy Christmas.
Maybe I'll dye my hair. Maybe I'll move somewhere. Maybe I'll get a car. Maybe I'll drive so far I'll lose track. Maybe I'll bounce right back. Maybe I'll sleep real late. Maybe I'll lose some weight. Maybe I'll clear my junk. Maybe I'll just get drunk on apple wine. Maybe I'll be fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm ready getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. I'll be fine. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. Hey, maybe I'll learn to sew. Maybe I'll just lie low. Maybe I'll hit the bars. Maybe I'll count the stars until the dawn. Maybe I will go on. Maybe I'll settle down. Maybe I'll just leave town. Maybe I'll have some fun. Maybe I'll meet someone and make him mine. Maybe I'll be fine and dandy. But it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm ready getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. I'll be fine and dandy. But it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm ready getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. I'll be fine and dandy, but it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm ready getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. 'Cause I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Oh, I'll be fine.
Supporting mental health is one of the core concepts of the community service project that Lyric launched in 2019 called #ArtForHappyMinds. This hashtag's intended purpose is to inspire people to create art for the well-being of their mental health and share a picture on social media. Through partnering with Heartland for Wellness, we've been able to provide pop-up art stations for mental health in our community. In 2020, since the stay-at-home order was given, the initiative took a different approach to reach out with art. Youth Ambassador Lyric Moore hosted and demonstrated 23 art tutorials. Yes, she's been pretty busy. All of these videos are on the Heartland Core Wellness Facebook page. So when your brain needs a break, you can hop online and create some art. Joining us next are my youthful friends, Eva, Lyric, Tristen, Emma, SunTzu, and Misu, singing 12 Days of Christmas Siblings.
Also, want to give a huge thank you to our Sanitizer Elves, MJ and Georgie. They're helping us all stay safe, and we greatly appreciate it.
Good job, guys. Good job, kids. Take that big deep breath. That was so cute.
Amanda, you matched the guitar.
That was not planned.
Tonight's concert is sponsored in part by Prime Media Group, Inc., a company that provides premium multimedia marketing, advertising, and branding services for all businesses, companies, and people throughout Central Florida. Thanks, Prime Media Group, for helping us with our costumes and art supplies for tonight. We hope you have yourself a merry little Christmas. Last year, my friend Aisha made a special request to hear Abby Smith sing My Favorite Things again. Abby sang it in 2018, and we all fell in love with her unique style she added to the song. So here to make Aisha's wish come true is Abby Smith singing My Favorite Things.
Let's get it.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright Catholic kettles and wool in mittens, brown hay through packages tied up
your favorite things, Larry?
One of my favorite things.
At our house, especially this year when we've been staying home more, we've made it a priority to learn each other's love language to better give and receive love from each other. You can find a quiz online, I'm sure. I don't know, is anybody familiar with the 5 love languages? Yes? Okay. So the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, physical touch, and gifts. Now both Larry and Lyric's love language is gifts, and mine is acts of service. So this is very helpful information because I know that when they give me a gift, they're saying, I love you. And vice versa when I cook their favorite meal. So it's really, really helpful, especially now that we are with our family a lot, so that we can learn the 5 love languages, learn what each love language is, and give and receive love according to that. Does that make sense? So this Plaid Tidings, our longtime friend and singing sensation, Virginia Roebuck, she wanted to give a special gift of song to the cast. So she has prepared this cover song for you.
That's all right. Yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's okay, I'm gonna try to fix this. I got it.
I'm toast to the groom,
To the groom, to the groom, to the groom,
to the bride,
to the bride.
from your sister, who is always by your side, to your union, and the hope that you provide. May you always be satisfied.
All right, I am gonna need help with this, so I asked for Amanda and Paolo to help me out.
Oh my God! I don't know this. I didn't know this.
It's true, he didn't know. This was a total surprise. So surprise, Larry, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, and all of next year.
Rewind.
I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier boys tripping over themselves to win our praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same. Intelligent eyes and a hunger pain fame. And when you said hi, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame, every heart aflame. This is not a game.
As a woman who's never been satisfied.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget you said.
You're like me, I'm never satisfied.
Is that right?
I have never been satisfied.
My name is Angelica Snyder.
Alexander Hamilton,
Where's your family from?
unimportant, there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait, just you wait.
So this is what it feels like to match wits with someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom of seeing the light. It's kind of like with the key and the kite. You see it, right? The conversation lasted 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said and told in agreement. It's a dream and it's a bit of a dance. A bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I asked about his family, did you see his answer? His hands started fidgeting, he looked askance. He's penniless, he's flying by the seat of his pants. Handsome, boy, does he know it? Peach fuzz, and he can't even grow it. I wanna take him far away from this place, and I turn to see my sister's face, and she is helpless. Oh, she is helpless. Eyes are just helpless. And I read them lines. 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time.
Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
By all means, go ahead.
I'm a girl in a world in which my only job is to marry rich. My father has no son, so I'm the one who has to social climb for one. So I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York City is, and city is, and Alexander is penniless. Doesn't mean I want to end this.
Well, my sister,
Number
He's after me because I'm a stylish sister, a little bit to satisfy. Have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Oneheiser. Now that's his pride. Nice going and turned that he was right. He will never be satisfied.
Thank you for all your service.
It takes fighting a war for us to meet. It will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it.
I know my sister like I know my own mind. You'll never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resigned. He'd be mine. She would say I'm fine. She'd be mine. But when I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes. As I romanticize what might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly. At least my dear Eliza's his wife. At least I keep his eyes in my life. To the groom, to the bride, sister, who's always by your side. To your union, and I hope that you find the right. May you always be satisfied.
He's satisfied, he's satisfied, he's satisfied,
She'll
he's
be
satisfied, he's satisfied, he's satisfied, he's satisfied, he's satisfied, he's satisfied.
He will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied.
Okay. For real though. That was sick.
Surprise, Larry.
I am done. I didn't make it to practice this, so because I'm slow and stuff. And then
And we were early on purpose.
nice. Merry Christmas to me. I am very, very happy. I don't know about you people. You should watch the play. 'Cause
Hamilton.
if you see
Hamilton the
it,
musical.
you'll be like, that was sick.
So we're going to take a break for intermission to sing some carols and get some cocoa and treats. If you're watching us from home, go grab yourself a holiday drink and we'll be back in 15 minutes.
they're gonna say just like they're just gonna stop and be like it was. I was like, I don't know what that was right. Like the lady who did it. I don't know who she is. Who is this girl? Thank you, baby. You got some marshmallows? I don't know where your mom is. Oh, you know what? I think she's in the back. Go through that door back there. Wait in the back. That's what I'm doing too.
going to be Amanda and Duane Mercer singing Claus versus Claus.
Mrs. Claus, tell me what is wrong with you. I see your nose dirty looks from way across the room. It makes it hard to concentrate on teddy bears and roller skates. Can't you see I'm working here, so much to do? I gotta finish up the list, I'm rolling up my sleeves. It's time to make the yearly trip, they call it Christmas Eve.
Mr. Claus, I really hope you know you're not the only jolly elf that runs this North Pole. I fixed the sled, picked up the slack, I keep the business in the black. You never tell me thank you and you barely say hello. I guess I've had it up to here, I'd really be relieved when you finally fly the coop come this Christmas Eve. Whatever happened to the Christmas of yesteryear? Making toys and having a ball. Now it seems the good old days have all disappeared. Rumbling and bumping shoulders in the hall. My honey's too less.
Mrs. Claus, I must apologize. I don't work any normal steady 9 to 5.
Oh honey, I'm aware of that. You're building this and flying that. And don't forget who gets the reindeer ready for the sky. It's time to try to work it out.
I really do believe
we'll be dancing round the tree come this Christmas Eve. What happened to the Christmases of yesteryear? Now it seems the good old days have disappeared. Rumbling and bumping shoulders in the hall.
Mrs. Claus, it's getting about that time. Hope you understand and still be happy apple of my eye.
I was your lady, don't you know? Before the beard was white as snow. Together here one day, and here we always get it right.
Now that the sleigh is packed again, I really do believe
I think I'm gonna miss you on this Christmas Eve.
we're in harmony again. I really do believe. I think I'm gonna miss you come this Christmas Eve.
Well, it sounds like the Clauses need a break from quarantine. Well, guess what? We have a guest performer who is joining us to help us with the rest of the show. Santa! Hi, Santa. How are you?
Good, it feels good to get out for it.
I know.
How can I help you, Rachel?
Well, I was wondering if you could help us with the rest of the show, maybe introduce some songs and read a story.
Certainly.
That sounds great. Okay. Well, take it away.
In the Dutch colonial town, later known as Albany, New York, there lived a baker, Van Amsterdam, who was as honest as he could be. Each morning, he checked and balanced his scales, and he took great care to give his customers exactly what they paid for, not more and not less. Van Amsterdam's shop was always busy, because people trusted him, and because he was a good baker as well. And never was the shop busier than in the days before December 6th, when the Dutch celebrate St. Nicholas Day. At that time of year, people flocked to the baker's shop to buy his fine St. Nicholas cookies. Made of gingerbread, iced in red and white, they looked just like St. Nicholas as the Dutch knew him, tall, thin, with a high red bishop's cap and a long red bishop's cloak. One St. Nicholas Day morning, the baker was just ready for business when the door of his shop flew open and walked an old woman wrapped in a long black shawl. "I have come for a dozen of your St. Nicholas cookies." Taking a tray, Van Amsterdam counted out 12 cookies. He started to wrap them up, but the woman reached out and stopped him. "I asked for a dozen. You have only given me 12. "Madam," said the baker, "everyone knows a dozen is 12. "But I say a dozen is 13, said the woman. "Give me one more." Van Amsterdam was not a man to bear foolishness. "Madam, my customers get exactly what they pay for, not more and not less." "Then you may keep your cookies." The woman turned to go, but stopped at the door. "Van Amsterdam, however honest you may be, your heart is small and your fist is tight. Fall again, mount again, learn to count again." And she was gone. From that day, everything went wrong for Van Amsterdam's bakery. His bread rose too high, or not at all. His pies were sour or too sweet. His cakes crumbled or were too chewy. His cookies were burnt or doughy. His customers soon noticed the difference. Before long, most of them were going to other bakers. "That old woman has bewitched me," said the baker to himself. "Is this how my honesty is rewarded?" A year passed. The baker grew poorer and poorer. Since he sold little, he baked little, and his shelves were nearly bare. His last few customers slipped away. Finally, on the day before St. Nicholas Day, not one customer came to Van Amsterdam's shop. At day's end, the baker sat alone, staring at his unsold St. Nicholas cookies. "I wish St. Nicholas would help me now," he said. Then he closed his shop and sadly went to bed. That night, the baker had a dream. He was a boy again, one in a crowd of happy children, and there, in the midst, was St. Nicholas himself. The bishop's white horse stood beside him, its baskets filled with gifts. Nicholas pulled one gift after another and handed them to the children. But Van Amsterdam noticed something strange. No matter how many presents Nicholas passed out, there was always more to give. In fact, the more he took from the basket, the more it seemed to hold. Then Nicholas handed a gift to Van Amsterdam. It was one of his very own St. Nicholas cookies. Van Amsterdam looked up and thanked him, but it was no longer Van Amsterdam. It was no longer St. Nicholas standing there. Smiling down at him was the old woman with the long black shawl. Van Amsterdam awoke with a start. Moonlight shone through the half-closed shutter as he lay there thinking. I always give my customers exactly what they pay for, he said. Not more and not less. But why not give more? The next morning, St. Nicholas Day, the baker rose early. He mixed his gingerbread dough, rolled it out, he molded and shaped and baked them. He iced them in red and white to look just like St. Nicholas. And the cookies were as fine as he had ever made. Van Amsterdam had just finished when the door flew open and in walked the old woman in the long black shawl. I have again come for a dozen of your St. Nicholas cookies. In great excitement, Van Amsterdam counted out 12 cookies and one more. In this shop, he said, from now on, a dozen is 13. You have learned how to count, said the woman. You will surely be rewarded. She paid for the cookies and started out, but as the door swung shut, the baker's eyes seemed to play a trick on him. He thought he glimpsed the tail end of the long red cloak. As the old woman foretold, Van Amsterdam was rewarded. When people heard he counted 13 as a dozen, he had more customers than ever. In fact, Van Amsterdam grew so wealthy that the other bakers in town began to do the same. From there, the practice spread to other towns and at last through all the American colonies. And this, they say, is how 13 became the baker's dozen, a custom common for over a century and alive in some places today.
Thank you, Santa, the baker's dozen. Next to join us is our friends LaTasia, Sherrill, and Michelle Cathey singing When You Believe.
Many nights we prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. Oh, yeah. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe. Somehow you will. You will when you believe. Oh, yeah. And this time of fear, when
Okay, I have to catch my breath. That was so bad. Thank you. Thank you, guys. It's a season for believing, right? Thank you, ladies. Okay. Next up, we have a longtime friend and woman that is dear to my heart, Martile Blackman. She's the manager of her family's range, Square One Shooting Range and Outdoor Venue. Square One's site includes a competitive qualification pistol range with 4 distances, a 300-yard rifle range, and seated and prone positions, and several sporting clay stations nestled in an oak hammock. Hey Santa, guess what? It also has a grass airstrip for fly-in events. Looks like you might be flying out to visit Martile. Oh my goodness. Okay, well here's Martile Blackman singing out Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
So I kind of wonder how close a friend I am on putting me behind that. My song is fun and it is audience participation. It is an oldie, but a goodie. And if you feel so inclined, I want to see some rocking around the Christmas tree, okay? Rocking around the Christmas tree and the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. We will all dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Here you can turn. Singing by tap dance in Converse tennis shoes. There it is, right there. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. The new old-fashioned way.
Our next performer provided such amazing comic relief last year in last year's Plaid Tidings with his rendition of Socks. You guys remember that one last year? Well, here is Tristen Cathey this year singing Ugly Sweater Blues.
Christmas trees and a silver snowman.
I got them ugly sweater blues. Mama, why can't you see I feel like a fool? Green nose with snowflakes and scratchy out back a wool. Maybe you've heard the news. I got them ugly sweater blues. Another year, another sweater, and another holiday soiree. Mama hears the people laughing while the presents are unwrapping, and she's not even sorry. Oh, but don't make me wear that old thing again. Bright red with sleigh bells and a silly snowman, corduroys and pointy shoes. I got them ugly sweater blues. Driving to Atlanta for an interview with Santa, I can hear him say, hey, that kid is back again, take that ugly cardigan, oh, what a shame. Mama, don't make me wear that old thing again. Hand-knitted Christmas trees and a silly snowman. No matter if I refuse, I got them ugly sweater blues. Done paid all my dues. I'm singing these ugly sweater blues.
Merry Christmas! I got you some cozy socks. Speaking of cozy, next up is Abby Smith with Cozy Little Christmas.
Everybody's in a hurry, shopping till they're dropping in the snow. Kids are crying, dogs are barking, catching up with folks who really don't. Sure, it's madness, but it's magic. As soon as you hang up the mistletoe, 'cause you're the reason for the season. And we don't need to keep up with the Jones. Our love is something priceless. And these diamonds don't sparkly things, 'cause you can't buy this feeling. Nothing lights my fire, rise me up, baby, like you do. Just want a cozy little Christmas here with you. So Mr. Santa, take the day off, go get a massage, 'cause we got this one all under control. A little whiskey, we're getting frisky, and slow dancing tonight, King Cole. No, we ain't stressing, just caressing, warming up our popsicle joes. Nothing's missing, 'cause you're a blessing. Yeah, you're the little Christmas here with you. I don't need anything. You can take back all the Cartier and the Tiffany's and the Chanel. Well, can I keep the Chanel, please? No, 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 no. No, I don't need diamonds or sparkly things. 'Cause you can't buy this feeling. Nothing lights my fire, wraps me up, baby, what can I do? Just want a cozy little Christmas here with you. Just you and me under the tree. A cozy little Christmas here with you. Thank you. Next, we will have Laramie Moore performing a Christmas song.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Those high carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe will help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple prayer to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Simple parade to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Modern Day Gift of the Magi by Joseph Olson.
It was the night before Christmas. and Jim was getting desperate. He had only $10 and had to get a gift for his friend Della. So he had decided to sell his PlayStation for $150, and he used that money to get Della something she would love.
Then, on Christmas Day, Della came over. He then presented her the gift she was going to love. "Oh my!" exclaimed Della.
She sat there in shock for 2 full minutes. "What's the matter?" asked Jim. "Jim, you got me beats?" said Della. "Don't you like them?" Jim asked. "Jim, it's very kind, but I sold my iPod to get you the gift."
She presented to him a video game for his PlayStation. "Della, you got me mad at," exclaimed Jim. "This is an awesome gift, but I sold my PlayStation to get the beats," said Jim.
They sat in silence. "Forget the gifts. Let's go get a snow cone," said Jim.
Well, that's a great spin on the classic Gifts of the Magi, right? The story of love and sacrifice. Next up is Paolo singing "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
Shorter than I am. No, it's fine. Let's pick it up.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about those presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. You know that all I want for Christmas is you. Ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. No, I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. There's no sense in hanging stockings there upon the fireplace, 'cause Santa, he won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. Girl, what can I do? You know that all I want for Christmas is you. All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air. Everyone is singing, I can hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really want? Won't you please bring my baby to me? I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. No, I just wanna see my baby standing right outside my door. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. You know that all I want for Christmas is you. Is you. All of you. I want all of you.
You do sound like Michael Bublé.
In 2018, Apple commissioned Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas to create a song for the Apple Holiday Share Your Gifts commercial. The advertisement tells the story of a very talented young woman. Despite the extraordinary creativity she possesses, she's scared to share her talents with the world. According to Apple, the holiday commercial is for all who have created something amazing but are afraid to share their creation. Here to perform a cover of the song is Kendall, Oneheiser, and Amanda Bates, joined by dancer Lyric Moore. So where's Tristen? Tristen Oneheiser. Where is she? She's with the baby? I want to say a special thank you to her with Happy Feet Dance Ministry because Lyric has learned so much from her over the years. She's been dancing with Happy Feet since she was 5 years old. So we have some of her other students here too. So a shout out to Tristen with Happy Feet Dance Ministry. So can you join us, Larry? I am so blessed to have been able to do Plaid Tidings concert this year, you guys, in the midst of a pandemic. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves, and those of you watching via live stream, I hope you had a great time we're ringing in the holiday season here. Well, we've reached the end of our show, but before I hand the mic over to my friend Virginia to close us out, I must read our traditional Plaid Tidings poem. It is said of the plaid, a family tartan, the patterned lines have a story begotten, of beautiful people intertwined in life, a singer, a techie, a husband, a wife. The horizontal and vertical bands create lines of family and friends, the colors of humanity, of intelligence and insanity. Two colors cross, makes a new hue. A lyric is born between me and you. Plaid Tidings do speak of journeys in lands where love is at its peak across the high.
On the script, not on the page. It doesn't make it to the stage. So I just took a moment and stole it. It's not really supposed to happen like this. But I wanted to take this moment and encourage you that are here. This has been a very interesting time this last year. And interesting is a word that I'm going to use in the drama company sense of interesting. And if you know the drama company, then you know when we use the word interesting, it has so much more to it. But I'm going to say this Christmas season, it's about the birth of Christ. And if you're a Christian, then you understand this process. If you're not, that's cool too. But anyway, there was something that took place when the angel of the Lord came down. And the first thing that he said was, "Fear not." And I want to say that 2020 has been a year in which fear has had a voice like no other voice all year. Fear has spoken from some of our closest and kindest of people. And it's just been the voice of fear, just fear that this is going to fail, or fear that I'm going to lose my job, or fear that I'm going to catch a virus, or fear that I'm going to, that politics will take over, fear, just all types of things. But I want to say something to you. There's a verse in the Bible that says that perfect love casts out fear. And the word perfect there means mature love. That's a love that goes beyond the superficial, touchy-feely stuff, right? We can call that love too, but that's not the love I'm talking about. The love I'm talking about is a mature love. It's a love that hopes all things, believes all things, that endures all things. It is a love that is not greatly moved. It is a love that's not shaken, that's not broken, that's not bending. It is a love that is stable, that is strong, that cannot be moved. That is the love that casts out all fear. Right? That is the love that binds us together. That is the love that your families have been displaying. That is the love that your friends have been displaying. That is the love that is needed if you are not to walk in fear of pandemics or systems or any of it. If you're to walk uprightly and in the strength that God has given us, the ability that Christ has died for, if you are to walk in that type of love, it will cast out all of this craziness that is going on in the world today. So I'm encouraging you because I love you. And I say that because I can. Because I know what it takes to love the unlovable, because I am that. I look at myself first and I love me first. And it makes it possible for me to love everyone that's going through the same crap right now. So I'm encouraging you. I believe that it is not just our ability to show love, but our ability to receive it. And as we are receiving love, we are receiving healing that is necessary for a nation, for a people. We receive the ability to laugh because laughter is a medicine. There is a balm in Gilead for every pandemic, for every sickness, for every disease. This will not be forever. This will not be always. But love endures. If you get that, then you get why we do this year after year after year. Thank you.
And on that note, I'm going to actually sing a Christmas song this time, I promise.
When the snowman brings the snow, well, he might just like to know he's put a great big smile on somebody's face. If you jump into your bed and you cover up your head, don't you lock the door, you know that sweet Santa Claus is on the way. Yeah. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day, when the kids start singing and the band begins to play. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas. Who was waiting in the park, and the snow clouds make it dark, then your rosy cheeks are gonna light up everywhere. With the frosty cozy feel, and it frozen up my head, then I'll lie by the fire till the sweet Cindy marks them all the way. Yeah. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day, when the kids are singing and the band begins to play. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas. When the snowman brings the snow,